Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back! Can you believe it? World's Toughest Test Season 2! Special Forces! That's not even the right name of the show. Oh my god. I actually am. I can't believe I'm saying it. And maybe I am just a glutton for punishment, but I am very excited to be here to talk about Special Forces, World's Toughest Test Season 2, back here with a woman who never fails! It's Jenny Autumn. Jenny, how are you?
You know, that is a debatable claim. I do think I'd have the odd catastrophic fail. I am occasionally
Jenny,
a Muppet, but
yes, we're so back.
we're
I forgot. Back.
First of all, I never in my wildest dreams ever predicted that this show would see another season.
Would get another season.
But the writer's strike, I guess, can be thanked. We should be thanking it.
I guess there's a silver lining to everything. And
I guess so. That is our silver lining.
Give the writers what they want, but also
and they're giving, in the meantime, we still get to enjoy something while other people are not enjoying things.
Mm-hmm. Jenny, I did not expect to enjoy this as much as I did.
Same. I forgot that how funny this show was. Maybe it's not
so back.
We're so freaking back. I was laughing out loud at numerous points during this episode. If this season can carry the energy from the premiere, then we got something here. This might be no sophomore slump coming.
No sophomore slump. And maybe people are jumping in that did not hear our coverage of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test Season 1, but where, I think you maybe get the idea if you've seen the show. It's a bunch of celebrities going to get yelled at by the world's meanest drill sergeants. Whereas in season 1, we lost, I think, 4 or 5 people in the first night of the show. They were dropping like flies quite unceremoniously. Here, we're 14 for 14.
Wild. And so there are a lot of differences between the first season and the season that has just started here. One thematically is that this is a new location. I actually don't know where they are, but
they are in New Zealand.
Oh, they're in New Zealand, and New Zealand, like in the winter, is really cold.
Apparently.
I mean, you learn something new every day. I'm so glad this is an educational podcast for all. It's very, very cold. So there's because I think they were in Jordan in the first season. Was that where they were? So it was hot. And now like the opening scene is like the cold will kill you in minutes. Or like, oh, okay, we're getting right into this.
In New Zealand, it's very cold.
There was a few improvements. Classic New Zealand cold, like not Canada, like not the Arctic. But yeah, so there have been some improvements, I feel. I was very delighted to see that they did not put us through 2 hours straight.
Yeah, only 1 hour. Loved that.
That was great.
We loved it.
No one gone at the end of which normally I would maybe be like, oh, come on. But because of how many people quit so quickly on the first season, and I am more excited about this cast than I was season 1. I'm very happy that everyone is still there.
This cast is more cracked than the original cast.
It's a mess. It's a disaster.
And I think that what happened in season 1 was like a lot of like the most cracked people were out like almost instantly. So we didn't get a lot where, so far through 1 hour, we're still there.
Yes. I was definitely worried at a few points. It was definitely a premiere that focused more intensely on a few main people, which I don't know. Again, am I going to get too deep into the Special Forces, World's Toughest Test edgic to be like, okay, if you're getting a lot of storylines early, does that mean you're not going to get very far?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm very happy that everyone is still there at the end of the first episode. And the one thing that is different is that I would think at least most of these people watched the first season
Yes.
and at least are not going into this as blindly as, like, can you imagine that first group of celebrities and then they were like, oh my god, I am going to fire my agent,
Yeah.
like what the
So
f
yeah,
is
these
this?
people came in with a little bit more knowing what to expect, and so there even some people who were fans of the first season, believe it or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
So
it's wild to me though. That's the thing, is like the fact that they got a better cast this season. I would say we're in agreement that the cast is like front to back, I think, a little bit
I think the
better.
cast is better. I think the
Yeah.
cast is also smaller and tighter. I don't think we had 14 people
I
to
don't think
start.
we
I feel
did
like we had
either.
like
I feel like it was like
20 last
20.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a lot of
Um,
people to start last season. Also, that I noticed announcer man, I'm so happy to have Special Forces World Toughest Test announcer guy
yes.
back in our
Whoever he
lives.
is.
I
Yeah.
believe he said that it was only going to be 8 days.
Yes, that is,
For
I
8
also have that.
days,
Is that how
these
long they did?
celebrities are going to push themselves beyond their limits.
14 from the
Yeah.
world of sport and entertainment. Like, you're literally watching a
They
National
have no
Geographic.
idea what they're about to get themselves into.
Except
Agents
they
will be
might.
fired. Yeah.
If they are Jack Osborne and watched the first season, they might know. Um, yeah, it's wild though, because so these people are coming in at, like, at least not going to be as shocked by the treatment and how things go. So maybe that bodes well for us, maybe not losing people so rapidly. But I will also say, in a vacuum, the second season premiere was a lot tougher, I think, than wasn't the big challenge that they had to do in the premiere of the last season. They were just jumping out of a helicopter into water. I feel like the whatever the name of this
Yeah, I think
what is
so.
it called?
So,
The
I wonder if there was like, was there a trust fall also? Yeah, but I think they had to
yeah.
do the dive a certain way, and if they did it
They
wrong,
Yes, and I just remember, like, Kate Gosselin, her back hurt or something.
Yeah,
She didn't make it. The Trinasium. Okay, so we do the Trinasium, and we saw this
the
last season.
Trinasium. Yeah,
So this was not an opening, like, challenge from last season. Like, this was deep in the season when we had, like, maybe 8 people left or something, I wanna
yeah.
say. And we're right out of the gate, Trinasium. We're suspended 340 feet in the air above a frozen river.
I would have left right
Um,
away. I would have looked at the Trinasium and left instantly.
Rob, I would be questioning your sanity
Here,
for even agreeing to do this. I
here's
would
my
say,
armband. I'm out. I'm
yeah.
out.
Yeah, I don't know that for that to be the first thing to weed out the week. Like, can you afford to weed out the week? How many episodes do you get if you lose all of these people
Yeah.
from the Trinasium? It's a very intense first
You know,
challenge.
Jenny, we get people from the world of The Bachelor. It seems like for some reason, Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, like the line that they will cross is like, we'll
Mhm.
take a Bachelor, but no, they're not the traitors when it comes to like no survivors, no Big Brother, no people from the challenge.
But do you think that those people from those shows don't they don't need to do this or don't want to? Do you
I
think
don't
that
think
they're a
that they're
survivor?
contacting them.
You just think that they're not even in the Rolodex?
I feel like that if they would have called those people, I think that they
Mhm.
would have shown up.
I mean, you have a way bigger pool.
You don't think Johnny Bananas would show up for Special Forces World's
Well,
Toughest Test?
yeah, that's true. As far as I know, Johnny Bananas is showing up to anything. So he's
Mhm.
on every effing show. So that's a good point. And
Mhm.
you can't even say that it's like network related too, because the Bachelor franchise is ABC and this is a Fox show. So
Yeah.
they're not even necessarily like not dipping their toe in the other networks' waters. Do you think that like Hannah Brown recruited all of these Bachelor people?
Maybe, or maybe Hannah Brown's agent is the same agent as
Mm.
Nick Viall, so already he
And that
had
makes
the
sense. Is this
yeah.
like a Lori K situation? Like, it's like
Yes.
one person that,
Yes,
like,
and
represents
and
all of
these
these
reality
people.
stars don't have agents, and so they don't get the memo. If they would have,
Yeah.
like, if they had representation, they would have gotten the facts that came in
Yeah.
of like, "Hey, we
Yeah.
need people for Special Forces: World's Toughest Test."
Yeah.
Jenny, should we talk about the cast here
We
and
should.
go through it? Okay,
I think so,
and
yeah.
I really had just a lot of fun with this. Okay, let's meet these people. This is from parade.com. This is the
Not Mike
cast.
Bloom.
This is the cast. They are in alphabetical order by first name. We'll just tell you a little bit about them and why they're here.
And we
And
didn't learn some things about some of these people. Like
no,
some people are definitely still purple.
some folks, yeah, didn't get anything in the first episode.
But that
Okay,
happened last
so
season too. So
let's welcome in. Okay, and this is in alphabetical order. Now, this is in
Mhm.
alphabetical order by the stage name here for Black China.
AKA Angela White. And it does seem that
Mhm.
she is like trying to like depart from isn't that how it seemed to you, Rob? Where she was
Yes.
like, I am Angela White. And like
The
her
artist
Chiron
formerly known as Black
exactly is Black
China.
China. And so yeah, it does seem like she's trying to depart from that. Her Chiron says like Angela White,
Mhm.
comma, Black China, or like AKA Black China. Um, she's here. Like
She's
she's
here.
delivering.
She's ready. She's ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
All
know
right.
much about her. Like I knew who she was, but I'm not like a Kardashian like and like I feel
Mhm.
like
You don't
that's
keep up
where
with them. Yeah.
I do not keep up with them as much as I should, I guess. But I know that a lot of the Kardashian people are very aware of Black China because she did she have a kid with Rob Kardashian?
Boy, is this a quiz?
It's a rhetorical question, I guess, because I don't
Mhm.
have the answer. I think they might have.
Maybe. Okay.
I don't know.
Didn't come up yet on the
This
show.
hasn't come up in her story
We'll
yet.
keep an eye on that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have Bodie Miller. He is a skier, I believe.
He's some sort of a Olympian. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like in the
Need
Olympics.
Olympians on World's Toughest Test.
We do. Yeah, and
He's
we
used to the
don't
cold
know
weather.
them.
Yep.
Yes, you would
He's
think that he would be.
Yeah, he is a former World Cup alpine ski racer. He's an Olympic and a world champion gold medalist.
We did not meet him. He did get a moment where his face was shown with a Chiron, but I don't think got a confessional or any sort of introduction to who this man is.
Mhm.
Is it Bodie? Because like that just says Bode to me.
I believe it's Bodie. Yeah.
Bodie. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right.
That's
The
him.
show didn't show us enough about him.
No.
Okay, he's here. All right.
He's here for the long haul.
Yeah.
That's what that
all
means.
right. Let's talk about
Oh my God.
Bag is here. Brian
Yes!
Now, should we call
He's
him
in my
Bag
notes
or
as
Rock?
Bag.
Yeah.
He is in my notes. I wasn't writing his full name. Absolutely not. He's Bag to me.
Yeah.
And he's in his bag.
He's in his bag here and he's getting into it and he's fighting with people here.
Yeah.
Brian
Yeah,
Austin Green, of course, best known as David Silver on the long-running Beverly Hills 90210.
And now he's a silver fox. So
Yes. And now he's back
he's
on
turning
Fox,
50.
where it all started.
Yeah. He's a silver fox on Fox.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I believe like in his little intro package, he's like, I'm turning 50. Like cool.
He's
Do the
back.
whole thing. Keep going. Yeah.
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 So Brian Austin Green,
vibing.
he's here, and so he's and he also not only that is Brian Austin Green, he's back on Fox. He's a silver fox, and guess who he was married to?
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the Fox Triple Crown.
Yeah. So there you go.
So
All right.
do you feel did Megan Fox upgrade or downgrade when she went from Bag to Machine Gun Kelly to MGK?
Probably.
What are you
Probably
feeling?
Probably upgrade. I mean, how old is
Upgrade.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, but is that the only thing we're weighing here is the age?
Machine Gun Kelly net worth.
I bet you Machine Gun Kelly is gonna look rough when he's Brian Austin Green's age, whereas like Bag he's a silver fox.
Yeah,
I mean,
Machine Gun Kelly's net worth allegedly 25 mil.
Okay, so I understand where we're going with this now
Mhm.
because he does have more money, I think, probably than Bag.
Brian Austin Green net worth they said 8 mil.
Oh. How much is he making from this show? No prize, as they said.
We don't know. We
No
don't know.
prize, no special
Okay.
treatment.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think he's
Um,
gonna be because he seems like kind of a dick. So
mhm.
I'm happy he's here.
Yeah. Okay. I believe he has 3 kids with Megan Fox also.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, probably, still
He's
involved, I would
got lots
imagine.
of
Okay.
kids
Brian
too.
Austin
Yeah.
Green, he's here. We didn't get a ton from him in the first episode other than that he was feuding at the end of the episode. He was beefing.
Yeah, he seems to have some sort of thing starting with Angela White, aka Black China. There's
Yeah.
something brewing between the two of them.
Yeah. Don't really know why, other than it seemed like that they're like,
It's very
Brian Austin
confusing.
Green wants to act like a jerk.
I think that he's like
Brian
one of
Austin
the
Green wants to test the patience of Angela White.
the recruits are not enjoying their time
You
together.
do it so good. You really do it very
Really? I
well.
think you do. I
Yeah.
think you do a great job.
No.
Um,
Yours is
yeah,
better.
it seems like he just is like one of those guys that's like he thinks that being rude to people is like just humor all the
Mhm.
time. It's like one of those things where it's like, "Oh, I'm just joking. I'm just like says something rude or is like provoking and then when someone like calls you on it, they're like, "Oh, it was just a joke. This is just a joke." Was it?
Mhm. Yep.
And so I think he picked the wrong one. Actually, I believe she said at one point, he said, "Yeah, I'm not the one."
Do not mess with me.
She's warning him. So
Yeah. Okay. Des Bryant is here, former Dallas Cowboys. Great Des Bryant. Not a great week overall, I guess, for the Cowboys. Des Bryant, who you would think would come in, the person like maybe in the best conditioning here
yeah.
as like an elite athlete.
Because didn't he
Was
say
like,
he only like stopped playing football like 2 years ago or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like puking his guts out,
Oh my
and
god,
didn't
that
have
was
the great
wild.
first episode.
But was that like physical exertion puking, or was that like maybe we saw how gross the food is?
Oh, okay.
If they even were fed this day. I don't know
Hmm.
if they ate during this episode, I didn't know about it, but he maybe like he just had some bad spaghetti or something.
Maybe. Okay. Other than that, quiet first night for Des
Yeah.
Bryant.
Besides the
Okay.
vomiting.
Erin
Vomit.
Jackson,
Did not
we
meet her.
did not meet her in
I
episode
I
number
don't know who
one.
that is.
I
Sorry.
believe she is an Olympic skater. I believe she's a
Okay.
speed skater.
So also cold.
Yeah. So the cold, I don't think are going to
Not quite
bother
as
her.
cold as like skiing,
She
but
does American speed skating, also roller derby. So maybe she could
okay.
be on Buddy
She's a
Games
derby
season
girl.
2 with the
Yeah.
Derby Girls. Yeah. Okay.
She'll be
Also
ready to
check
take her
out our
clothes
coverage
off.
of Buddy Games. Also.
Yes.
Okay.
Double
All right.
duty, Rob.
Buddy Games is not the world's toughest test.
There's no, it's not that tough.
That's
It's definitely
one of the
not.
world's easiest tests.
They'll
Okay.
give you a cup.
Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here he is. It's Jack Osborne. Jack Osborne. He
Son of
is
Ozzy Osbourne and
the
Sharon
super
Osbourne.
fan of Special Forces World's Toughest Test. This man had the audacity to say, I watched season 1 of Special Forces World's Toughest Test. I thought it was too easy.
What are you talking about, sir? Are you okay?
No.
Like, but also this was spliced with like imagery of him just like all aboard the struggle bus, like having
Mhm.
the worst time. And he was like, "Yeah, I thought the challenges in the first season,
Yeah.
they were a little easy."
Okay. So
What?
Jack Osborne tells us that 9/11 happened and then he wanted to become a US Ranger. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, his family had to do the Osbournes television show. He got
Oh,
drafted into that,
yeah.
unfortunately, which really, but I mean, wasn't he like a
I think this
kid?
probably worked out a lot better for him.
Hmm.
I mean, not like I don't know how becoming, you know, in the army. Are they US
Hmm.
citizens? I'd assume
I'm
like,
not
they must
sure.
be.
I'm not
Um,
sure.
he must be, like, similar in age to me because he said he was in high school during 9/11, which I also was.
Hmm.
How old is
Yeah.
Jack Osborne? But yeah, like, that was, like, a weird, like, yeah, I really wanted to, like, become like, join the military, but, oh, I had to do this stupid show with
Hmm.
my
Yeah.
family,
Hmm.
which I think probably secured a lot of income for him, I would
You would
think,
think
right?
so.
I think I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the finances of the Osbournes.
We
Oh,
don't
he's a year
know.
older than me. He's a year older than me. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe know a little bit more about Sharon Osbourne, who has shared the talk with our
yes.
own Julie Chen Moonves for many years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What
So
what
not
is
sure
Jack
what
doing these days
that's what I was
though?
gonna
Like,
say. I don't know what
yeah.
he's up to as of late. Did not come up in
Yeah.
the episode. Maybe
No.
we'll need to when we have our when we bring people in for gotta get my
The
terms back.
interrogation or whatever it is.
Yes.
I don't know if they
Okay.
have a name for it.
Or
It's when they put
tactical
oh,
questioning.
tactical questioning. So he's gonna
Yes.
get his TQ at some point, possibly with Q.
Hmm.
We will get to that.
Yeah.
There is a man on the show named Q.
Yeah. Remy is out this season.
I know.
And
Do you
then
miss Remy? I felt
yes.
like I missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
But
good.
maybe Q, like he's just not like he's having like a quiet start and he's gonna like hit us with
That's
some
what the
real
Q is for.
personality
Okay.
soon. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Queen Jojo Siwa is
Queen.
here.
I love her.
We
I
love
love
her
her.
so much. She is like laughing the whole time. And really, that's my favorite thing when people come in and they're not taking it seriously because it
Yeah.
makes them so
They
mad.
There's nothing they hate more than people enjoying their
Mhm.
experience or trying to make the most of it.
Why are
That
you
is like,
laughing?
yeah, like cry, do poorly at things. That's, they will still yell at you, but there is nothing that infuriates these people more than
Mhm.
trying to make the most of your time and have a little laugh. They freaking hate that.
Yeah. So she's happy-go-lucky Jojo Siwa. So in the first challenge, she goes through and then falls off the what is this thing called, Jenny?
The oh, I have it in my notes. The
Whatever. The
Trinasium. The
Trinasium.
Trinasium.
She falls off the Trinasium,
Mhm.
and one of the staff sergeants says to her, like, wow, I blinked and you were gone. And she's like, well, don't blink anymore.
Yeah,
And
she's
he's
like, "I
like,
guess you're gonna stop blinking."
what are you're making jokes?
And here's the thing, so this was Foxy that she said this to,
Hell.
and I think that, like, in that moment, Foxy was, like, so taken aback, like, he was like, "Oh my god," like, the
Mhm.
wit,
Yes.
and it made him angry because he was like, "You can't outfox me," you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and he's the nicest one. He almost
He
never
is,
gets mad.
literally. Like, if you piss off
He is the
Foxy,
good
like
cop, and he was
yeah.
so mad.
Yeah, he hated that. He was like,
So
"Get out
mad.
of here." But I think, like, deep down, he thought it was funny, and, like, that's
Mhm.
why it bugged him because this is my theory. Anything that causes them to break their own character is, like, frustrating to them because, like, they have an image to uphold, and they need to be,
Yeah.
like, tough and serious and mean,
Don't
and, like,
embarrass me.
anytime, like, someone is as charming and engaging and funny like JoJo Siwa was,
Yeah.
like, I think it frustrates them because 'cause they're like, Don't you try to make me laugh." That's my theory on this was that he was like, "That was actually kind of funny,
Yes.
and stop making jokes. You can't win this way."
Oh, look at this. So Jojo Siwa, okay, we like her even more. Jojo Siwa related article. Jojo Siwa doubles down on her stance against Candace Cameron Bure.
Queen.
Mhm.
So here's
Yes.
the thing, I don't know much about JoJo like, I know who she is, but I just know who she is
Yeah.
tangentially from being a
Yes.
person in society and on the internet. But I am like a stan after this first episode. I freaking love
We
her.
stand. And,
Yeah.
it's funny because we've been doing these shows for, a long enough time and, a year and a half plus of covering
Mhm.
like all these crazy shows. And we've met so many like reality stars. Like we need like our own wiki of hit or quit of
Me
all the
too.
different people that we've met to keep track of this. But
Yeah.
okay, so she hates Candace Cameron Bure, who,
Perfect.
of course, one time on screen siblings with our own Jodie Sweetin
Yeah,
from
there's like a 6
Celebrity
degree
Exorcism and
beyond the
the
edge.
Beyond the Edge.
Yeah, how could I
Mhm.
forget?
Yeah.
There's like we could like have a dinner party of like trying to find like
6
the
degrees
best
of
group.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah, like the best group of people where they're like, there's like enough of a connection between some of these people that this could be interesting. Like, I
Okay.
do want her to sit with Jodie Sweetin and talk about it.
All right. Here's Kelly Rizzo. Do we know Kelly Rizzo from anything?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that she was featured in this episode. However,
Yes.
hold on.
Wait, Kelly Rizzo is Bob Saget's widow?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God. Speaking of,
Okay,
like, I had no idea. Speaking
okay,
of Full
well,
House.
the Full House is getting fuller here. So
Yes, and it's on Netflix.
so is that who? Because okay, so in the Wikipedia listing, it says influencer and wife of Bob Saget. So that means they were married when he died, right?
Yes.
They were still together. Oh, that's
yes,
so sad.
I believe so.
Okay, well, they did not introduce her at all. So sorry to Kelly. We had to learn who you were from Wikipedia.
She started her career with the Rizzo Real Estate Group, and then she I don't really know what else she does.
What else
She's an influencer. I guess we gotta
A
wait
lot
for
of
her
people
tactical
are.
questioning.
Yeah, we have to find out. I mean, we know that what will get talked about, but I just don't know. I know nothing else about her.
Okay. So she's here. Kelly Rizzo. Okay.
Kelly Rizzo.
All right. Then, okay, we got Nick Viall.
Rob.
Yeah.
This is a weakness for me.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have reality TV crushes very often, but before this man even had his glow up, when he was just a contestant on Andy's season, back when I still watched the Bachelor franchise, I loved this guy. And he's one of the only people I still pay attention from the franchise. I follow, him on all of the social medias. And I literally forgot he was on this show until he popped onto the screen. And I had like a spit take where I was like, oh my God, I forgot he's on this. Why are you doing this? He has he is doing fine. In his life. I just want to be like, Nick, why are you here? Why are you doing this?
He's got
Hannah,
all this
I think
going
he's
on.
friends with Hannah probably. And Hannah was like,
but
hey,
he's podcasting and he's got all this stuff going on. So, all right, he's here though. Okay.
Yes.
But didn't get a lot of airtime didn't really pop in episode number 1. Okay.
No.
All right.
But I will personally root for him.
Now, Jenny, allegedly, Robert Horry is here. Is it
this person was not on the show?
Do you pronounce the H?
Horry? Or is it Ori?
Ori.
A silent H?
Yeah. What was he?
I've never seen or heard of this person. So
well, he's a basketball player. Was he a king?
Certainly wasn't the king of this.
He wasn't the king of screen time. Let's see. Long time Laker, Spurs. Okay, that's okay.
Should I look up whether we pronounce the H, if it's Ori or Hori?
Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, he was on some of the late '90s Laker champ. I believe he won some championships with the Lakers. Also, would have been in winning time had they done enough seasons. But
I think it might be Hari.
No, it's Robert Horry, I think. There he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
This man was not featured in the episode even for a second. Like,
no,
I don't, because we had the sequence where they're all lined up with the black bag on their head, and then Billy Billingham is going through and pulling off, and we do have to go through some of the interactions that happen there because I freaking laughed out loud numerous times. But they sped through a few. So we saw Nick Viall. We saw a few people. They had their. I don't think they even showed this guy because I don't remember. And
I don't think that he got a second of screen time. No,
he's maybe just. Yeah, he's not pissing anyone off. That
maybe
bodes well
he's friends
him,
with
probably.
Dwight Howard, and that's how they got. Maybe it's the same agent, but no. Robert Horry, he's here, but we didn't see him. Okay,
not yet.
All right.
His time is coming.
Savannah Chrisley. Okay, do you know anything about Savannah Chrisley? She is apparently a reality star.
Yes,
this much we know.
I have her, I have the Chrisley nose because when she said she's a reality star, so when when Billy Billingham meets her, the one thing I thought was funny was he was like, nice jacket. It's very inconspicuous because she was wearing like a bright orange like coat. And she said she's a reality star. And I was like, from where? I was like, is she like a Bachelor franchise person? But then it's like Chrisley Knows Best. I was like, I have literally never heard of this show. And then later in the episode, she drops us with the like, you might know me from Chrisley Knows Best. Like, my parents are in federal prison. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I had to look up her Wikipedia page.
Yeah, Chrisley Knows Best is a reality television series that premiered on the USA Network on March 11th, 2014. Look, I do a lot of USA Network podcasting every single day on our Suits coverage over on Suits Yourself, daily Suits coverage at suitspodcast.com.
Best in the game.
So, yeah. And so but in 2022, Todd Chrisley and his wife Julie were found guilty on federal charges of bank fraud and tax evasion.
But what is the show?
That's going to come up in tactical questioning, I'm sure.
It 100% will come up. But I just don't understand what was the point of the show? Because it's like it revolves around the lives of failed real estate tycoon Todd Chrisley and his wealthy family while they are living off of fraudulent loans worth millions of dollars, unbeknownst to the viewer. So it's like, okay, so it's just like one of those like, oh, watch us live. But the joke is, so it's like if the Kardashians like then eventually all went to jail. That's incredible. I have never heard of this show.
Okay, Chrisley Knows Best. Okay, she's here. She was doing well. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Here is a queen.
Our queen.
Tara Reid. We stan.
I was so glad we did not lose her. So
I thought there was no chance she was making it to the end of the first hour.
Rob, let them give her freaking cigarettes, okay?
Let her have cigarettes.
Let her have her cigarettes, please.
I have my cigarettes. Come on.
Like, you don't have to let her have as many cigarettes as she wants, but like let her have some cigarettes, because I'm telling you, if we lose Tara Reid because of her nicotine, like all of the pressures of the situation, and she can't smoke a dart, I will never forgive Fox for this.
Yeah. Let her smoke. Okay? Come on. What does she need? Yeah.
She did try to get away with a little too much.
Yeah. So there's a scene
I don't want to risk
where,
her.
first, I think we heard JoJo Siwa say, hey, I really need a cigarette. But then we see Foxy that he spots that Tara Reid is like going for something in her pocket. He's like, what's that in your pocket? And she's like, what? Nothing. What? I found nothing. And he's like, let me see. Empty out your pockets. And so she hands him like a pack of cigarettes. Looks like Marlboro Lights to me. Yeah. And he's
definitely
like, okay, and what else is in there? She's like, what? Nothing.
Oh,
another pack of cigarettes. And he's like, and what about that pocket? Like, oh my God,
nothing.
I didn't know that was in there. It was like, he's like, yes, you did. You know, like, and also there's another one in there. What? I swear, I don't know.
I actually didn't know about that one. This woman, okay, the joys of cargo pants, because she had packs of darts in pockets that she didn't even knew like were on her pants. Like, you know what I mean? Like she had them in orifices that were unbeknownst to anyone. She really went for it, and I love that. I love that she tried contraband.
She had so many great moments in this 1 hour. I'm so happy she's here. Tara Reid, please don't quit. Jenny, I'll make you a deal. I'll podcast this show as long as Tara Reid is on it. Okay. Yeah,
I'm in. That's an easy deal.
Even if we just come on for a couple minutes and it's the Tara Reid
quick update, it's like because
she's so amazing.
Incredible.
She is just a constellation. She is wonderful, and I love it so much. They made her go first in the challenge, and they screamed
she's easily
at
the
her.
Tiniest person. Like she's so small, and as far as I know, no one else tried to smuggle in cigarettes that I am aware of. So she probably is maybe not the most physical in shape. Probably at least has like, she'll probably get winded easily.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, Tara Reid, you do the trinasium first.
Yeah. She's like, I don't have the energy that I had in my 20s. Like, I have some theories why.
I mean, like, girls same, but also there might be some explanations there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just age will do it,
She
but
used to have a ton of energy, I
yes, she
suspect.
definitely. So, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe we need to consider contraband. But she asks if she can sit down. She's
Yes.
on the Trinasium and she said,
Can I
"Can I sit?
can I sit
Can I sit
down?
down?"
Can I sit down?
And she's always at that level. She's like, but she doesn't quit.
Yeah.
Like she
And
always sounds like she's on her last leg,
yeah.
but she's not.
But Bill Billingsley is like, stand up. He's like, where are you going, you clown?
Yeah. She got it. Like
Mm-hmm.
they gave it to her. Also, did you notice that they have like nicknames for her and I don't understand what they mean?
What's the nickname?
So two different times they called
Number
her.
2?
Well, they do her. She is number 2. Is that does that mean something?
Mm-hmm.
Is that their way of calling her a POS? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
At one point they called her Doja Dora.
Doja
What does that
Dora.
mean?
I don't know, like
I
Doja Cat.
swear. I had to stop and go back and Billy goes, "Wake up, Doja Dora." What does that mean?
I don't know.
And
I
then
don't know. That they
and then
said to her after she fell, Jenny, Bill Billingsley said to her, "That is an awesome display of patheticness." And
yeah.
to me, I was like, I had to write that down. Like, that is a line that you will only hear on Special Forces: World's Toughest Test. No other show on television can say
No.
that is an
He
awesome display of patheticness.
he said, "That is an awesome display of patheticness." And then he also says this, and we've heard this before, but it's a classic. "Dope on a rope. Catastrophic, tenable, call it what you want. Fail." Like
Fail. Yeah.
he had so many words for
Okay.
her.
So good. So good. So I just want to flash forward to the end of the episode. Okay? The final minutes of the episode, they call in Tara Reid
Yeah.
for it's late at night, but they're going to call in. They want to speak with Tara Reid. They've got some concerns about her. So bring her in for some tactical questioning. They bring her out and they're like, "Where are your pants?"
Where are your pants?
What? Like, you
To
need to
be
have
clear,
pants on,
she
Tara,
was wearing pants,
but
but
not
I
the right
think they were
pants.
her like her pajama pants, not her like smuggling cigarettes in the cargo pockets pants that
Yeah.
they wanted her to be wearing.
And
Her full uni.
and they bring her in for tactical questioning, and it's like so, like, what's going on with you? And she's like, yeah, people say I look old and people are mean. And then, that she tells her whole thing.
Yeah.
And, people say I'm not in like the shape I should be in. And so eventually she leaves but not before they tell her, like, you got to believe in yourself. And
Yeah.
they say, seems like her confidence is shattered. Or she's just like I don't
What a great
understand.
environment for
Her
to be in.
confidence is nowhere. Like, didn't you guys just all scream at her and tell her that she was catastrophic, fail, clown, pathetic, terrible? Like, I don't know what's wrong with her. She's
I don't know.
her confidence is very low.
How did this happen? Why is she having such a hard day? Already low confidence
She
and like
must not be like in a environment that's like conducive to building her up.
oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And tomorrow
What an idiot.
they will go right back.
Oh yeah. She's gonna get it. Like they won't forget. But I do feel like, they like her because she comes in and she's like, yeah, like I'm physically not in shape. Like I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have hope to do it. And Billy is the one that says, listen, we're not just looking at physical here. We're looking at mental strength. We're looking at emotional strength. And then she says, okay, well, also I am emotionally very fragile. I am struggling.
And she's
I've been
tougher
bullied.
than you give her credit for, Jenny.
She
this woman
clearly
has defended
is.
us from more than a few Sharknadoes with one of Bag's old Old buddies,
Whole
I
crew.
and Z airing.
Oh my gosh, that's see
Mhm.
this like before we know it, we will
Connective
have
tissue.
yeah, we will have enough people connected somehow. Um, but she the fact that she did not walk away immediately is just like
Good for her.
fascinating to me. I am rooting for her. Can we quickly talk about so they have like the little photos. They have like the cast photos
Yes.
that they have like on the wall in the like tactical questioning room or whatever. That's how like
Mhm.
they discuss
Yes,
the
yes, like
recruits.
them
Like, oh, number
mugshots.
2, and then
Yes.
no, hers literally looks like did you see this photo? Like compared to the other ones, like they did her so effing dirty. It's
Yeah.
crazy. She has like layers and layers of like smudged black eyeliner
Mhm.
and like it literally looks like a mugshot, and the other ones do not look like that. I was like, "How did this happen? Like, did they literally take a mugshot of hers?" Because I think
Mhm.
there are some out there.
Probably.
Do
Okay,
you
but
think
we
that's where
love
they get the photos? Like,
yes,
just
maybe.
like
That's what
the
they try to go for.
Wikipedia, whatever,
Yeah,
like the first result
TMZ,
is?
right.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. We love Tara Reid. Okay.
Oh my god, she's so
Um,
good.
oh, Sandoval,
Oh,
AKA, Scandoval,
yeah.
and he did not have a ton of airtime, just really
No.
what we saw in the commercial, but he says he's here for punishment.
He
This is
said
his penance.
he said he looked Billy Billingham in the face and said, "Punish me, daddy. Like, I have
Mhm,
been very bad. I am here for my spanking." Like,
mhm.
that is what his that's why he's here. He's like, "I've been bad and the entire country hates me and I'm here to be punished."
Yeah.
And they're like, "All right,
Okay.
get ready." I freaking died.
Bet.
We need to talk about the first interaction between Billy and Tom, because this was one of the few moments that I freaking laughed out loud so hard because it was so funny to me. So as Billy is going down the line and pulling off the black hood
Yeah.
thing
Black
that
hat.
they put on the
The
bag,
the not Brian Austin Green.
not
Yeah.
the Ryan Austin Green, yeah. Um, when he pulls it off of Tom, he's like, "You're a mess," because his hair is like in his face. He's like, "You're a mess." Great start. Asks him, he's like, "Who are you?" Um, he's like, "I'm a reality. I've been on a reality show." And Billy
Yeah.
goes, "Welcome to effing reality." And then also he asks him his name. And so Sandoval goes, "Tom." And Billy takes this mocking tone, goes, "Hey, Tom, how's it going?"
Yeah. Yeah, he literally asked him his name and then just made fun of him to his
Like
face.
all he said was Tom. And he goes,
Mhm.
"Hey, Tom, how's it going?" Like he freaking
Mhm.
hates this guy.
Yeah.
Like this is how we found out that Billy Billingham or whatever his name is,
He
he's a
hates
Vanderpump
cheaters.
guy. He's a
Yeah.
Vanderpump guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And he hates cheaters. So
He hates cheaters.
yeah,
So makes
he would
sense.
never. But
Okay?
it was really funny. I don't know why he like already hates this guy. So this is gonna be great. Tom
No
is gonna
doubt.
get what he wants. Like he is going to be punished.
Yes, okay, and that's what should happen,
Yeah.
you have a big cheating
Did the
scandal,
crime,
you have to go
pay
get
the
yelled at.
time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
That
Alright.
should be what all adulterers do, right?
Mhm.
Like you get sent to do special forces
Special
world stuff
forces.
test. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Watch it,
This
guys.
is, Tyler Cameron.
Yeah, he's a bachelor guy.
Okay, didn't know that.
Not memorable, but and I know of him at least. So again, this is a Hannah Brown recruit, and he might have even been on Hannah Brown's season, maybe. I don't know. I've
Mhm.
lost the plot. But he pisses off Billy early because he's smirking.
Yes. Oh, he
And
was on the
again,
season with Hannah Brown.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he was one of her suitors.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
anyway, he smirked and it
Um,
pissed Billy off because
yeah,
again, we don't like to have fun here.
I think that's everybody. Okay,
That's it. Is
okay,
that
that's
it?
it. I think that's everybody. Okay.
Wow.
Alright. So, what a great
That's a good
cast.
cast. It was a great cast.
We stand.
I'm very
Okay.
excited about it, honestly. I think that like there were a lot of people delivering, and the other people, we will learn their lives eventually.
Jenny, we talked about the Trinasium. That was the first challenge that they had to go through and do. And this was hard. I did not envy anybody, but some folks made it through okay. Some folks had a really strong performance.
I think they learned as they went, though, because like what happened was like the first like 8 people were catastrophic fails. And Billy was pissed. And I was like, bro, like this was like the like 6th or 7th episode challenge last season. Like you just brought these people out here. They're like still just figuring out what's going on. Like it's a hard thing to do.
It was hard.
Balance, like, you know, I don't know. I don't think I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think it looks hard? You have to like.
Oh, looked impossible. So
I don't know how more people don't get hurt. Like, because some of them had like terrible spills too, where like they lose their footing and like before they're obviously connected with bungee cords, but like before they like go free falling, like they hit the bar like weird.
Jack Osborne was doing pretty well, but then there was like a point where you had to like get over like an obstacle, and I could have sworn they didn't really address this, but it looked like Jack Osborne fell on like the wooden hurdle, seemed to go right into his butt crack.
Yeah, it's just right. They did say
almost like
we are going to be in your ass.
Yeah, we are in your ass, and it did seem like that Jack Osborne did get the obstacle. Like he was looking for a toughest test.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a little bit of the sass.
Yeah,
he gave the bar.
He got it right there. Yeah,
and he's not complaining yet. So
yeah,
he's tough.
So,
but yeah, screw this challenge. Like this is the first thing you're doing. I just think like comparably to the first episode of the first season, I would sooner jump out of a helicopter than
nobody quit. Nobody quit. We had Savannah Chrisley. She was the first one to make it. I had Bodie Miller made it. Tyler Cameron made it. Who else made it? Did you catch anybody else?
There was a group of people. Did Des make it? I thought maybe Des made it.
Yeah, they don't really highlight the people that make it.
Yeah. Oh, Sandoval made it.
Okay.
Believe it or not. And Des. Oh, so Des makes it, and Billy, like every once in a while you see Billy like soften for a moment, and he actually congratulated Des. He said, "Well done."
Mm-hmm.
I like. It's truly abusive because like your standards are so low for like any sort of feedback that like just not being told that you're a piece of shit is like it's like a compliment. And so he's like, well done. Like Des should remember this moment for the rest of his life. That's like the nicest thing that Billy has ever said to anyone. So
he has
stand out for him.
His moments. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then Jenny, everybody gets through this. We move on, and now it's like a little bit into like, all right, you got through the first toughest test. All right, let's explain some rules here. All right, here's how to leave the course. Okay, there's 2 ways to leave the course. Number 1, you take off your armband and say, I want to VW. That means voluntarily withdraw. That's number 1 way that you leave the course. Number 2, you leave in a wooden box.
Yes. And I don't believe this is sort of magic trick. Although there was a wooden box in like the finale of the last season where they were in a box as just they were captive. Is that the wooden box that they mean that you end up leaving in?
Maybe.
You might be alive in the wooden box. So
maybe imagine they killed somebody on Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Like they would keep going. You think?
Honestly, life is so bizarre at this point that I'm not even confident enough to say that, like, no, that would not happen on TV.
Do you think that if somebody died on the course, that
they air it?
Billy Billingham would he just like scream like fail?
Yeah,
fail!
You failed at surviving life. Oh my god,
bad job. Yeah, catastrophic fail.
He just goes to people's funerals and
Life-ending
like
fail.
shouts at like
Mm-hmm.
shouts at the ground. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So they get escorted to their room. Foxy says that this barracks would be pretty luxurious if you were out in the real special forces.
Yeah, I like how he had to explain these are cots
Yeah.
because it's like I guess maybe some of these people are well off enough. Maybe like, do we have any nepo babies here? I don't know. Well, I know that Savannah Chrisley at least came from a wealthy family that was fraudulent, but
Mm-hmm.
these people have never seen a cot or heard of a cot before. Like he had to explain what a cot. These are cots. Like
Mm-hmm.
okay, I think we know this, but he said they're like fancy ones. Like this is in my time. Like this would be like the nicest bed you can ever have.
Okay.
So
So
they're
yeah, they
getting
get
special
them.
treatment, I guess.
All right. So the special forces, they are sort of going over who they have. They're not super impressed with them. They say Tara Reid is uncoordinated. Black China, she has a weak character. JoJo Siwa is smoking and joking. Get her in here.
Which they said she was smoking and joking, but it was really Tara Reid that was trying to be smoking.
JoJo
So,
Siwa did say she wanted a
see,
cigarette, but maybe
I
is
thought that
smoking
was
and joking like is that like
that's a,
a turn of phrase? Like
I think it must be.
smoking.
Yeah, it must be some sort of expression. I thought that it was Terry that said the "I need a cigarette." You think that was JoJo was saying "I need a cigarette"?
I thought it was JoJo Siwa, but I could be wrong.
Oh,
Okay. All
well,
right. So bring JoJo Siwa in here. And she talks about how look, dance moms and everything. She likes to make people happy, but sometimes she's sad.
yeah, and this is the thing. So this is why they're upset with her is that like, you know, you aren't going to get through this by like joking and, like all of these things and she's like this is just how I get through life. I like to make other people smile and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Um but this is and they basically and she's done like literally everything with her mom. And so this is like the first time being away from her family. So that's very difficult. And they basically say, like, okay, well, we want to see like the strong, mature, hard, tough, mature version of you. And she's like, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And she also, and so they like her, obviously. Like, again, you can tell that they like her because like she leaves and they're like, Foxy's like, she's young, but she has potential. And then we find out that when JoJo is upset, she sets a timer to
Mm-hmm.
allow herself the time to be upset. And I'm like, this is revolutionary.
Yeah.
I'm like,
How long is the timer for?
well, she did
Did she
not
say?
say. She did not say, but I am pro timer
3
in
weeks.
general.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long timer. But
Mm-hmm.
it seems like she's like learned that like,
How long
okay.
would you set, Jenny, to be upset about something?
Well, I think it probably depends on what the thing is and also like the situation. Like, do I have something where I have to go like
Mm-hmm.
brave, like have a brave face eventually?
Yeah.
But I think for a 20-year-old, that's pretty mature to be like, instead of just forcing yourself to not have any emotions and push
Yeah.
any like negativity away, she's like, I set like a 15-minute timer, have a good cry, compose myself, and then it's back to grinding, which I don't
Mm.
know what that looks like for her, but
Yeah. For me,
it's
it's
impressive for a
hard.
20-year-old, I think.
It's a struggle because I feel like that I try not to feel sad because then once I do
Mhm.
feel sad, very hard to unfeel it. Can't come back.
I relate to that where I have a hard time swinging out of an emotion. Once I'm
Mhm.
in it, I'm in it. I can't go so like if something makes me sad, it might make me sad for several days. So I don't
Right.
know if the timer would work for me unless like the timer works as a way to try to snap you out of it because you feel like you have like a
Yeah.
deadline where you're
But
like, you're not allowed to feel sad anymore.
sometimes if I
That's how
like would
brains
do
work.
this, like I recently suffered a loss of something that was very important to me. Aaron Rodgers snapped his
Mm.
Achilles, and that I didn't want to get too sad about it because I tried to be positive. But then I've
Right.
watched Zach Wilson play football for the last couple of
Mhm.
weeks, and I could set a
Making you sadder.
timer to
Yeah.
make me. But then I still then next Sunday will come along, and then so I
Right
don't
back
know
to square one.
necessarily like if this works for me.
Yeah. Do you need a timer after like each Sunday, maybe? Where you
I
like
don't know. I don't know
you
what I
like
need.
take
Yeah.
like 20, 30 minutes Sunday evening, maybe Monday, depending on the schedule, and just like
Mhm.
mourn, that
Yeah.
early loss for you personally.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, it's worth trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the thing is it's almost like you have to be exposed to the thing to try to move past it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you just avoid that thing, you're never
I
gonna
don't
face
know.
it.
And people are always like, "Well, I don't want to be like Monday morning quarterback," but literally every Monday I'm mourning the quarterback that we lost, and it's really it's
Your
very hard.
quarterback morning, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes, okay, but enough about me and my sadness.
Just
Okay,
try it. I just wanna say to maybe consider the timer.
I'll
It might
try
work
it.
for you.
Okay, all right. So we got to then there was another activity which that I don't know. We didn't really even see what the point of this was. Of they were like,
There
"Hey,
was
all
a
right,
point, Rob.
everybody, wake up, get out here, go
No.
find a rock, go find a
Okay.
rock."
So they thought they were done for the night. Everyone's getting settled into their cots now that they know what cots are. And they call them back out and there's a pile of rocks and they say, "Everyone grab a rock."
Okay,
And the trick is, so how it
she
was
could grab the
explained to
pebble.
us is this is like a way of testing whether people are trying to like prove something or gonna they're gonna take shortcuts or whatever. So apparently which rock you chose was going to like say something about whether you are smart. I don't even know what the moral was.
I don't
I
even know.
still
There
don't know
was
what.
no point of what it was. Basically, we're gonna find out like who's showing off and who's not.
Right.
And
Because
Jack Osborne, he's like, "I'm gonna take the biggest rock because I've seen
yeah.
this show." It's like, well, you need to just carry a giant rock around.
So that's the thing is like I that is what they said that they were testing, but I did not leave this clear on what they felt because
They did
I was
not
like
announce what the results of the test was.
because they made it seem like, "Oh, Jack Osborne, you silly goose, you picked such a giant rock and so you're having the hardest time getting through this. Like you
Mhm.
should have been smarter or, trying to get things the easy way by taking a
Right.
smaller rock." But then like I feel like they could have just twisted this to be like, "Oh, you're just trying to get the easy way out by taking the small rock." Like, they will find a way to twist this to be pissed off at whoever they wanna be pissed off
I mean,
at.
that's what they
So,
do. That's what they
yeah.
do. Okay.
But, yeah, they were
And
doing, like, aerobics with they were,
mhm.
like, crab walking with these rocks.
Yeah.
Poor
Tara Reid
Tara
was
Reid was like,
struggling.
oh my god, it hurt to watch her, like, her
Yeah.
little arms just trying to raise this rock above her head,
Yeah,
and
she couldn't straighten her arms. Even Foxy was like, "That's how I used to dance in the nightclub."
which I would pay money to see.
Mhm.
If we could find footage of that, I would love,
Mhm.
love.
Yeah. So they brought Tara Reid in for the tactical questioning. We talked about that. Her
Yeah,
confidence is shattered. We have some
yeah,
theories as to what might have happened there.
yeah.
And then we just got like a little bit of a tease of Black China, Angela White versus Brian Austin Green
Yeah. This
for
is
no
this
reason.
is gonna be a thing. Um, yeah, I don't really understand what's so the first interaction they had earlier in the episode, I was so confused about what was happening because like they shot to like a fire. There was like a fire, like a campfire, I think
Mhm.
maybe inside of the and I don't know, she was like, "It's hot," or something, and he was like, I don't know. They had like I don't even know what they were arguing about.
I think
And then
that
he was
yeah, I
like
think that he was saying that he's hot, but it's not
and
hot, it's cold.
and she was cold and he was like, "Oh, and now I have to like bunk beside you." And so again, I think that he's one of those guys that is just like, "Oh, I'm just like provoking people." And then when they call you on it, "Oh, it was
Mhm.
just a joke." Because she basically he says to her, you're giving me dirty looks like that." And she's like, this is when she said, I'm from DC. Don't play with me. I'm not the one."
Mhm.
And she's like, I don't know if you're playing. And then he's like, of course I'm playing. I'm never serious. Which is like, you know what I mean? Like, the type of person it's like, oh no, it's just a joke. Like everything I'm saying is just for funsies. And like, if you took it the wrong way, that's on you,
notorious funny
sweetie.
man, Brian Austin Green.
Right. Everyone's favorite comedian. We all knew this. Anyway, so I don't know what is going on between them, but it does seem like there is something starting. There's trouble brewing between
there.
and Black China.
And then we got a little bit of a super tease for the season also. Did anything jump out to you? I didn't see any. It looked like a lot of the challenges from last season are going to be back.
Yeah, jumping out of things. Water.
Yeah.
Cold water, I assume, because it's cold. Yeah.
So to me, okay, so this is our second go round with Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. I think that what we probably both agree on is I think what's good about Special Forces, World's Toughest Test are when people who should not be on Special Forces, World's Toughest Test are trying to do Special Forces, World's Toughest Test and making the drill sergeants mad. When they make staff mad. I think what happened with us last season, I think that we were excited at the start, but then we lost a lot of people, specifically a lot of the bigger personalities. It sort of like got flattened down where there was a lot of just sort of like the personalities who were mostly like taking it seriously, and then people taking it seriously and the drill sergeants taking it seriously really made it to be kind of a slog, I felt like.
Yes. And I hope that because, we have them telling Jojo Siwa, like, don't be laughing and joking around and all of that stuff. Like, please do not kill what is making your show palatable for us. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that the yelling and telling people to shut, like there was numerous times in this premiere where like people are just like, shut up, like getting mad at people.
Yeah, you want to see the celebrities making the guys mad.
Yeah. So I hope that these people don't learn their lessons and continue to piss them off, because if we all of a sudden just become, earnest drones where we're just like, yes, staff, like, and then we're just going through the motions, then I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't.
Yeah.
But however, the other appeal of this show, and maybe not so much for me, but I think that for a lot of people is, people like to see celebrities suffer.
Yes.
So I think that there is an element of like, if any, literally that is why Tom Sandoval is on the show. He knows that America wants to see him get punished, and he wants to be punished. If this is a kink for him, which no kink shaming, but then I actually don't support this, because then it's like if he's enjoying being punished,
he's getting off on this.
Yeah, like I don't want him to be enjoying this. That's not the point. He should hate this.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find that out. But
well, we don't hate this.
If you find this cathartic for whatever reason to watch rich people or once rich people suffer by their own decision, then you might enjoy this show.
Okay. All right, Jenny, anything else to say about Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, Season 2 premiere?
Did I mention what happened when Billy called Jack Osborne hideous? Did you catch that?
No.
That was another moment I laughed out loud.
Like he's not aesthetically pleasing?
So my favorite scene of the whole premiere was Billy going down the line, pulling off the bags and asking people their name and our little introductions and the interactions between him. That's where we got the really, hi Tom. But when he pulled off Jack Osborne's bag, he just goes hideous. And I mean, like lost it because it was the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen.
These guys know what they're doing.
Like he just said nothing, just hideous. Like just insulted this man. And then also when he took off Tara Reid's bag, her hair was like everywhere. And he's like,
oh yeah, he's like, is there a face
there's
in
a
here?
face behind there?
What?
Oh man, I haven't had a cigarette in 5 hours.
What?
Yeah.
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 All right.
It was great.
There
It
you
was
go.
great. I had a great time with it, honestly. It was way more joyful than I expected.
All right. Well, let's try to see. Like, I can't promise a full recap every single week here
No.
with
At
Special
least check
Forces
in.
World's
As
Toughest
long as
Test.
Tara Reid is
We've got
there.
a lot of going on right now between Survivor, The Amazing Race, Big Brother, Buddy
Buddy games.
Games, everything else that's going on, and so we'll do our best to stay on top of what's going on the Special Forces World's Toughest Test, especially while there are fun people out there.
Yes. They in the very least they didn't lose us on the first episode.
They
They
did
didn't
not.
make it easy for
We're
us to
not.
be
This
like
wasn't an
we
instant quit for us.
yeah,
Just like Tara Reid. Like,
yeah.
we're tough. We're coming
Yeah.
back. We're not
Yeah.
ready to VW yet.
There is hope. We have hope.
We have hope.
Just
Okay.
like her.
Also, check out our coverage of Buddy Games also in the Hit or Quit podcast feed at robisawebsite.com/hit or quit feed. We are 2 episodes into Buddy Games, and we are very excited for Thursday night's Prompocalypse.
Yes. I can't wait.
So,
I hope
yes.
it's good.
All right, Jenny, what else is going on in your world?
That's it. That's just juggling
That's
the
it? No,
no
birthday celebration here today?
Yeah. Well, I mean, more important than my birthday was Akiva Winokur's birthday. Well, it actually hasn't happened yet at this time. So I may have made a little appearance on Renap, celebrating Akiva's big 40th red carpet bash. And other than that, I have my birthday coming up, and it's not an interesting or exciting age, and we don't even have to acknowledge what the age is, but it's a thing that's happening, and that's and my birthday gift is a million reality shows starting, apparently.
A million reality shows this week.
So,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Check out everything we're doing. Go to robbinswebsite.com/subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us here to talk about Special Forces: World's Toughest Test. This was not a fail, not catastrophic fail, you clowns. Okay. All right. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Muppets.
Bye, Muppets.